loves, it's Lacey and welcome back to our space. So today in our space I have a DIY for you guys, and the thing we are going to be using to make it is clothespins. These are clothespins from the Dollar Tree and there are 36 in the pack. We are going to be using most of this pack to make this item. Now I was asked by lots of people to make the clothespin chair that has been shown all over Instagram and Facebook, but you know I'm extra, so I decided to change it up a bit and make something a little bit different. It's the same concept, so if you only want to make the chair, you can still just make the chair by following simple directions and making it downsized for what I'm making. And what I'm making is this. It is a bench with a heart shape back to it with a little heart in the bottom of it, and it takes up all but 3 and 1 extra piece of the clothespins. Now I'm going to tell you right now to buy more than 1 pack of clothespins if you want to make this, because these clothespins are different colors. Some of them are damaged and missing pieces. So in order to make sure you have enough, purchase 2 packs of clothespins. So let's get on with the tutorial so you can see how I made this cute bench with a heart in the middle for Valentine's Day. Now, once you have these 8 done, we are going to focus on making the crossbars to our bench. You have 4 of those. These 8 make up the arms and the legs of the bench and 2 of the sections in the heart. This one and this one. So you need 8 of those all together. And then now we're going to make this crossbar, and there's 4. There's 2 on the back and 2 underneath. Next, we're going to make the back support to our bench here. For that, you're going to need 1 of the 2 that you put together, and then 2 of the singles. As you can see, 1 here and 1 there. And you're going to do that for both sides. initial one I made, and here's the one I just made for you guys. And neither of the backs are attached. I'm actually going to paint this one white, and I may stain this one. I have to see what my friend would like done with it. So we're going to set this one aside, and we're going to go ahead and paint this one with Waverly chalk paint in white. Here is my final project, and I love how it turned out. Everything you see here can be purchased from the Dollar Tree on this project. I use one pack basically of the clothespins to make this, but I do suggest that you buy two like I showed you in the beginning, just in case some of them are damaged, discolored, or you just can't use them because they don't fit together well. Now, the hardest part of this project, I have to tell you, is actually laying it all out and making sure that it fits together to make the bench. And it just takes a little bit of patience because it is Dollar Tree clothespins. My first one, it took me an hour to think about how I wanted it to go and put it together. And I had to finagle the heart shape in the back to make sure it fit into the bench. I had to remove a couple of the clothespins that I initially used because they did not fit in there as well. They had rough edges and some of them were kind of broken. However, it only takes one pack of clothespins and you will have, I do believe, 3 clothespins and 1 extra piece left over, or maybe 2 and 1 extra piece if you use 1 pack. So that in itself is a $1 project. If you just want to make the bench and use it, it's only a $1 project. Now, to paint it, I used a foam brush, as I showed you guys, and some detail brushes for my art supplies to get into the crevices, and I only put 1 coat of chalk paint. I did glue this bench down to the base. However, before that, I showed that I put some decorative stones underneath from the middle towards the front because the back will make it heavy and it will tip over on you if someone bumps it. It will sit by itself with no problems, but if someone runs into it or picks it up and tries to set it back down, it might tip over. So I did glue it to my base. It won't tip over. It's perfectly fine. The cherry blossom stems is actually 2 stems put together. I took a lot of the blossoms off of 1 stem and glued it on the branches where it looked like it would have a flower on it to make it fuller. And then I scattered some across the ground to cover up where I did glue it to the base and just for a little extra decoration. In order to glue it to the base, I just used some Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks and held on to it after I bent the end so it would stand up and go over the back of the tree. I also leaned it up against the side of the bench, and on the other side I put a moss covered rock from Dollar Tree. I have one on each side. And then I threw down some succulents that I always have in my stash, but Dollar Tree is putting out its succulents right now. All in all, the river rocks that are on it that I made into the little people, which was my concept from the very beginning of this, are too small. I know this, you don't have to tell me, but these are the only ones that Dollar Tree had. I thought they were a lot bigger when I looked at them in the bag. I got a bag that had the biggest stones that I could find, and I thought it would work out, but I need bigger river rock stones. I think it's really, really cute, and that's what I wanted to do with this, so I will be replacing those with bigger ones at a later date. Across the front, I was going to write "Love is in bloom" or something like "I love us" with my cricket, but I thought it would be too much, and I actually like the wood green on this sign, so I'm going to leave it like this. So that is it for this project. If you have any other questions, please leave them down in the comment section down below. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, and always sharing my videos. And if you are not a member here at Lacee Space, I don't know why not. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, become a member, hang out with us for a while. We have a lot of fun here. We make a lot of cool things like this here. This is my little Valentine's love bench for this year. Also, if you like, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Lacee Space, the same way that is spelled here, and I will catch all of you in my next video. Bye, loves.